Coach.
Players should carry out their coach's instructions during the game.
He is the most respected coach in world boxing.
I usually take the train or the coach.
These coaches were trying to urge their players on to greater effort and to motivate them.
Coach.
Control.
To control the TV, just push the buttons.
He needs some advice on personal finance to control his finance.
Public gatherings were generally marked by restraint and control.
Her overt attempt to take control of the discussion failed.
All its controls can be operated by voice or a large touch screen.
Control. Direct.
After school, Sarah did not make a direct trip home.
The director combined many spectacular effects to produce this movie.
The director is presenting the marketing strategy for the new product.
The director admitted that he was mistaken about the amount of the discount.
Sending love letters is the direct way of showing love.
Direct.
Exam.
The university entrance exam is held in June every year.
Jake's passed his exams. We're going out to celebrate. I felt physically sick before the exam.
He passed the entrance examination.
Exam.
Limit.
The time limit for the test is 30 minutes.
The limit speed is 60 km per hour here.
Apple's limited warranty does not apply to products that are not Apple branded or Beats branded, even if packaged or sold with Apple products.
There are also limits to the amounts of petroleum, iron and other metals. Women hold the limited roles in society.
Limit.
Local.
Our children all go to the local school.
The concert will raise money for local charities. The human rights of local people are not abused through companies' actions either directly or indirectly.
For insects on plants, genes may evolve in response to local abiotic features rather than to the natal host plant.
Local.
Magical.
The fireworks made the night sky look so magical.
It disappeared magically.
Computer is a magical typewriter.
The fireworks made the night sky look so magical.
There is something magical about making fire from raw materials.
Magical.
Mail.
I get a lot of mail because I have friends all over the world.
When I got back to my house, there was a mail in front of my door.
Translators can now work from home, via electronic mail systems.
International registered and insured mail is subject to customs examination. The opposer in this case timely filed a notice of opposition and mailed a copy to the applicant's address.
Mail.
Novel.
His latest novel is selling really well.
My name originated from a novel.
Stephen King's new novel is selling like hotcakes.
Her novel is by far the best. Illness prevented her attending the launch party for her latest novel.
Novel.
Outline.
Before I wrote my essay, I made an outline.
She drew the figures and outline.
They outline the severe effects of global warming and the speed of climate change.
Before I wrote my essay, I made an outline.
Outline.
Poet.
She is also a poet and a writer.
Both poets drew their inspiration from the countryside.
We have to write an essay about romantic poetry.
He regarded poetry as sentimental self-expression.
The writer seems to like using poetic language.
Poet. Print.
I'm waiting for a document to print.
Before I apply for the job, I must update my CV and print it out again.
My printer keeps getting jammed. I think there's a problem with the paper feed. It was accidentally printed under the wrong byline.
Scientists say there is no good method for printing a large number of these new transistors on one base layer of material.
Print. Scene.
The movie opens with a scene in a New York apartment. This really drew me to the scene. What majestic mountain scenery!
He drew a misty and watery scene.
Scene.
Sheet.
I only needed a single sheet of paper to do my homework.
I pull the top sheet tight.
The floor was protected with overlapping sheets of newspaper.
Bottom sheets and pillowcases are supplied.
The timekeeper lost the timesheet yesterday.
Sheet.
Silly.
She looks really silly.
This month is silly season.
He lost his head and started saying all sorts of silly things. At first glance, the mini-stories may seem silly.
He does silly things just for kicks.
Silly. Store.
I picked up a few things at the grocery store.
I go to convenience store to buy goods every day.
After we knock off that liquor store, we'll have to lay low for a while.
You can download songs from an online music store.
I left my bag at the store.
Store.
Suffer.
Her headache made her suffer all day.
Nearly 7% of adolescent girls suffer from anorexia. I realized he was suffering from shock.
Most of adolescents suffer from acne.
He suffered a massive obsession.
Suffer.
Technology.
He loves technology products such as laptop computers.
Firms pay royalties to the patent holder to use the technology.
Modern technology has opened our eyes to many things.